My beloved child, listen closely, for what I am about to tell you carries weight. Someone in your life has been stepping back, keeping their distance, not because they stopped caring but because of a secret they are terrified to let you see. This avoidance is not casual, it is intentional, and it hides a truth that has been pressing heavily on their chest. Each time you reach out, their response feels shallow, delayed, or carefully filtered. They are scared of letting something slip, scared that if you knew what they carried, everything between you would shatter. But the truth is already pulsing beneath the surface, and their silence is beginning to speak louder than their words. The secret they keep is one they believe could change how you see them forever. This person is haunted by the thought of being exposed, of you discovering what they've worked so hard to bury. And though they want to come closer, fear keeps them behind the invisible wall they've built. There are moments when they almost confess, when their eyes linger longer, when their lips part as if to speak, but hesitation chokes them. You can sense something unspoken, a tension between what is said and what is withheld. That silence is not empty, it is full, overflowing with truth they dare not reveal. They replay memories with you in their mind, reliving every moment, while simultaneously hiding the parts that would expose the secret. This has turned into a prison for them, because they cannot be fully present while pretending to be someone they're not. Their avoidance is not because of dislike, it is because of fear. Inside them is a storm of guilt, shame, and longing, and this storm shapes every action they take. They want to reach out but pull back, they want to hold on but keep releasing. This contradiction is the reason they appear inconsistent, hot and cold, close and then distant. It's not about you being unworthy. In fact, it's the opposite, they feel unworthy of you. They believe their hidden truth would stain your perception of them, and so they choose absence over honesty. But the longer they hide, the more unbearable the silence becomes. The truth is coming to light, whether they are ready or not. Because energy never stays buried forever, it leaks, it reveals itself in slips, patterns, and coincidences. And soon, this person's hidden truth will find a way to surface, even if they never intended it to. Their secret ties into something they cannot control, something from their past, something they thought they had escaped but continues to haunt them. It could be about a mistake they made, a connection they hid, or a truth about their own heart that they cannot admit. Whatever it is, it weighs on them like chains. This avoidance is their only defense, because in their mind, keeping you at a distance keeps you safe from their reality. But they are wrong. Their withdrawal only deepens the mystery, and you already feel the hidden threads tugging at your intuition. Your spirit senses it, the way their absence feels louder than presence, the way their silence speaks volumes. You are not imagining it, you are perceiving it, because energy cannot lie. And their energy is trembling under the weight of secrecy. They avoid you because the secret involves you more than you realize. You are not just a bystander, you are central to it. And that is why they cannot bring themselves to look you in the eyes without feeling exposed. The truth they hide is sharp, not soft. It carries risk. They know if you discovered it suddenly, it could shift your trust, your love, or even your direction. And this potential loss terrifies them more than silence does. Yet, what they don't realize is that the universe does not allow secrets to remain hidden forever. Sooner or later, the hidden always surfaces. Their hesitation cannot stop destiny's pull, and their avoidance cannot cancel what has already been set in motion. Your role is not to chase the truth but to prepare your spirit for its arrival. Because when it breaks open, it will not arrive gently, it will pour like a flood, overwhelming, undeniable. And you will finally see why their behavior has been so strange all this time. Stay still. Stay aware. Because the cracks in their silence are already showing. Every delay, every excuse, every distance is part of the unraveling. And the unraveling is about to complete itself. Their silence is not emptiness, it is calculation. They weigh every word they speak, editing themselves before the truth escapes. It is why conversations with them feel incomplete, why you leave with more tension than clarity. Behind closed doors, their mind runs endlessly. They practice what they would say to you, but erase it before it leaves their lips. Fear is their shadow, fear of losing the only connection that still matters to them. The truth is that you already know more than you realize. Your spirit has picked up the fragments, the unfinished sentences, the trembling hands, the sudden glances away. Those are signs, and signs never lie. This person avoids you not because they want to, but because they believe it is their only option. But what they don't see is that every step away is actually pulling you closer to discovering what they hide. Late at night, they replay memories of you. They see your smile, your voice, your trust, and then the guilt rises. Because the secret they carry touches you directly, and they know if you knew, everything would feel different. They tell themselves they are protecting you, but deep down, they are protecting themselves. They fear judgment. They fear exposure. They fear the end of the image you have of them. But destiny is relentless. What is hidden will surface, what is avoided will eventually confront. And this person is already reaching the edge of their silence. They cannot hold back much longer. Their avoidance is becoming transparent. You see it, you feel it. You wonder why they drift, why they disappear when you get too close. That pattern itself is the confession they don't speak. Every glance carries weight. When they look at you, their eyes burn with everything they cannot say. When they look away, it is to escape being seen too deeply. Their entire body has become a language of avoidance. They hide something about themselves, but also something about you. This truth binds you together, yet they fear it would tear you apart. They avoid you because facing you means facing the truth. And this is not an ordinary truth. It has layers, consequences, and scars. It is the kind of revelation that changes the room when it is spoken. That is why they have stayed silent so long. But silence is a ticking clock. Every moment stretches thinner, and soon the thread will snap. When it does, you will not just hear words, you will feel the ground beneath you shift. They thought avoiding you would erase the truth. But avoidance has only made the truth louder. The space they create is filled with unanswered energy, and that energy circles back to you. Your intuition sharpens with every day. You feel something is off, even if they never confess. That is not imagination, that is perception, your spirit reading what is unspoken. This secret they carry is personal, but its impact is shared. And that is why they cannot look you in the eyes without trembling. You are tied to their silence in ways they cannot explain. It is not distance that protects, it is truth that heals. Yet, this person is not ready for healing. They are still trapped in fear, rehearsing excuses, avoiding reality. The air around them shifts when you appear. Their breath shortens, their shoulders tighten, their words stumble. These are not accidents. These are signs of the storm they hold back. They wanted to hide the secret forever, but the weight is cracking them open. Their body betrays them. Their silence betrays them. And soon, their truth will betray them too. The reason they avoid you is because you matter too much. If you didn't, they wouldn't care. But you do, and that is why their fear runs so deep. The truth is coming. Not tomorrow, not some distant time, soon. You can already feel it pressing in, waiting to break. And when it does, nothing will be the same again. The closer you get to the truth, the more restless they become. You may notice their sudden exits, their excuses piling up, their messages turning shorter and colder. These are not coincidences. They are strategies of escape, rehearsed in silence to avoid your eyes. Every time they choose distance, it tears them inside. Because the truth is heavy, but so is the thought of losing you. They are trapped between two fires, exposure and loss. And so, they choose avoidance, hoping time will somehow bury the flames. But time does not bury. Time reveals. And every day, their secret becomes harder to carry. It begins to leak into their gestures, into their voice, into the empty spaces between words. You feel it. You sense it. And deep down, you already know that silence is not silence, it is confession. They are protecting an image of themselves, the version they believe you love. Behind that mask, another reality trembles. They fear if you saw it, you would pull away. And so, they pull away first, thinking distance gives them safety. But distance is not safety, it is exposure. Because absence speaks louder than presence. When someone avoids you, it is not neutrality, it is a message. Their absence is a mirror reflecting the very thing they fear you will discover. At night, when the world is quiet, they replay what they would say if they had the courage. Words form in their mind. Words like confession, like truth, like apology. But when the daylight arrives, those words die on their tongue. Fear silences them once again. The secret is no small matter. It has depth. It connects to history, to choices, to the weight of something they never expected you to uncover. It is more than guilt, it is identity. They hide a part of themselves, and that part is bound directly to you. Their avoidance is not rejection. It is a shield. But shields eventually crack, and when it does, what spills out will shock you more than their silence ever did. You may have felt this in strange ways already. A sudden dream. A memory that doesn't add up. A word they slipped that felt out of place. These are fragments of the truth pressing against the surface. They avoid you during moments when the truth feels closest to slipping. When your questions touch the edge of their secret, they vanish. When your gaze lingers too long, they retreat. When your intuition sharpens, they deflect. This is no accident, it is choreography. Their entire pattern of avoidance is a map pointing directly to the secret itself. Each absence highlights what they cannot confront. Each silence points to what they are desperate to keep locked away. And yet, the lock is weakening. The weight is too much. And the truth is too strong to stay hidden forever. Inside them, a storm rages. Their heart beats heavier when you're near, not because of anger but because of fear. Their mind spins, torn between wanting to tell you everything and wanting to keep you in the dark forever. This inner war drains them, and you can see the exhaustion in their eyes. There are nights they want to reach out. Their hand hovers over the message they want to send, their finger almost dials your number. But at the last second, they erase it. They cannot risk it. They cannot risk you knowing. But their avoidance is the loudest message of all. Every unanswered call, every unfinished sentence, every glance away is a scream. And the scream is this: I am hiding something, and it involves you. You are not imagining this tension, it is real. You are not creating the distance, they are. And the reason is simple: they are drowning in their own secret. The energy between you has shifted. What once felt free now feels guarded. What once felt open now feels locked. And that is not because you changed, it is because they are carrying something too heavy to hold. Avoidance is their way of delaying the inevitable. But the inevitable does not vanish. The inevitable waits. And the longer they avoid, the sharper the inevitable truth becomes. You are walking toward it already. Life has a way of pulling the curtain back, piece by piece, until the hidden cannot remain hidden. And this truth is destined to meet you, whether through their lips or through a twist of fate. Prepare yourself, my beloved, because the day is closer than you realize. The silence will break. The secret will emerge. And the truth will stand in front of you, unmasked, undeniable. The silence is cracking. What they thought could be buried is now rising, and the weight of it is pulling them closer to breaking point. Each day, they avoid your eyes, but each day their spirit trembles louder. You can sense it, the tension, the heaviness, the unfinished story between you. Their avoidance has become predictable. You notice the patterns, the timing, the moments they vanish. It is always when the truth feels too close. Always when your presence threatens to shatter the mask they wear. This is no random habit, it is defense. But even the strongest defense cannot withstand the force of truth. The truth does not weaken, it grows. It waits for the moment when their silence slips, when the universe arranges events they cannot control. That moment is already on its way. This person is haunted. Haunted by the thought of you knowing, haunted by the fear of what you will do when the secret is out. They tell themselves silence is mercy, but silence has become their punishment. It eats at them, and it shows. You can see it in their eyes. Eyes that once carried ease now flicker with unease. Their smile is careful, controlled, almost rehearsed. They laugh, but the laughter is hollow, echoing with everything left unsaid. Their distance is their confession. They think they are hiding it well, but avoidance is never invisible. Avoidance is louder than words. It tells you where the wound is, where the truth lives, where the fear hides. And you feel it, every single time. They may try to distract themselves, even surround themselves with others, but the secret follows them everywhere. It lingers in their chest, in their thoughts, in their restless nights. No matter what they do, it does not leave. Because it is not separate from them, it is part of them. And you, unknowingly, are part of that secret too. That is why they cannot face you. That is why your presence shakes them. That is why every step toward you feels like a risk they cannot afford to take. What they fear most is not rejection, it is exposure. The moment you know, everything changes. Their relationship with you, their identity in your eyes, their place in your heart. This fear holds them captive. But secrets are not eternal. Secrets unravel. Secrets demand release. And this one has reached the end of its cage. Already, cracks are showing. Already, signs are appearing. Already, the truth is moving toward you like a tide that cannot be stopped. The universe will not allow this silence to remain. Because you are not meant to live in confusion, not meant to stay in shadows. Light is coming, and with it, the truth they have fought to keep from you. When it comes, it may sting. It may cut. It may shock you more deeply than you expect. But it will also free you. Because even the hardest truth is softer than a lifetime of silence. They are reaching a point of no return. The pressure inside them grows heavier with every breath. Their avoidance, once a strategy, has now become torture. They cannot sustain it forever. You may notice small slips already. Words spoken too quickly. Stories that don't align. A sudden pause when you touch on certain topics. These slips are not mistakes, they are cracks in their silence. And cracks only grow. Soon, you will not need to search for the truth. It will come to you. Whether by their lips or by circumstances beyond their control, it will arrive. And when it does, you will finally understand the distance, the hesitation, the walls. But until then, their avoidance is the loudest evidence. Do not doubt what you feel. Your intuition is not wrong. The silence you sense is not emptiness, it is overflowing with everything they cannot say. They carry memories that connect to this secret. Memories they cannot share, memories that burn when you're near. They replay them silently, as if hiding them makes them vanish. But memories are stubborn. They cling. They echo. They demand acknowledgement. Sometimes, you may feel them watching you from a distance. Not with anger, not with indifference, but with a longing mixed with fear. They want to be near you, but their own secret pushes them back. This paradox is the reason they avoid you. Their steps away are not a sign of rejection. They are a sign of fear. Fear that the bond you share cannot survive the truth they hide. Fear that once it's revealed, everything will collapse. But bonds built on silence are fragile. And soon, silence will no longer be an option. Your story with them is not ending. It is shifting. The truth they hide is the turning point, the moment where everything changes course. Their avoidance is only the prelude. The real moment will arrive soon. And when it does, their silence will shatter, their mask will fall, and their truth will finally reach you. You will see them as they truly are, not as they pretended to be. It will not be easy, but it will be necessary. Because truth is not here to destroy, it is here to reveal. And what it reveals will set you free from the fog of confusion you've been caught in. Stay steady, my beloved. The silence is almost over. The secret is almost out. And the moment of revelation is closer than you think.